Hello everybody, Nigel here with you, Nigel's Modelling Bench. Welcome back to the channel. And here we are now with part 36, and this is looking at pack 49. We'll only look at pack 49 in this one because we've got a lot of work to do. So, as usual, look in the magazine, and we'll start off by saying that over here we've got all our contact details for DeAgostini. If you want to get in touch with them, there's a link in the description below. Go and follow that link and you can go and get yourself one of these. And if you use that link, there's no affiliation or anything. I get no kickbacks for it or anything, but it does let them know that you've come through me. So, sounds wrong, doesn't it? Anyway, yeah, they keep sending me the stuff so you can keep watching the build. So, Le Mans 1967, Ferrari acquits itself with honour. The South Circuit hosted a colossal endurance and speed event. Out of 12 Fords and 8 Ferraris at the start, only 4 made it to the finish. Among them, the Mark IV of Dan Gurney and AJ Foyt set a new lap record. There we go. So there we go. Is that a 412? I think that's a 412. But there we go. The 360 challenges, aerodynamic was 360 challenge. We're still on that, are we? Dear, dear, dear. There we go. Right, so then, pack 49, wiring. So I've got the chassis in the way here. This is pack 49, I believe. Yes, it is. And as you can see, we have lots to do. Okay, so we'll get this out of its tray. We'll keep that in its tray. So we've got a load of screws here. Okay, and then we've got a circuit board and 1, 2, 3, 4 lots of wiring. Yeah, so we've got all that there. So we'll get the light on, we'll get the magazine out of the way. We'll see what we're doing here now. Right, so we are going to place the control unit, this one here, 49A on a work surface. Retrieve the switch wiring 44B. That's here. This was in pack 44. Okay, so we're going to untangle this one, just like so. Okay, so just run our fingers over it, straighten it out. It's best to have it straightened out so that when it comes to routing it, it's easier to do. Oh, itchy nose. Okay, so the letter A is going to go into this one here. You can see there's an A on there and there's an A on there. So this one, make sure it's the right way around. You can see the connectors are off to the right, and you can see there the connectors are off to the bottom. So make sure you get it in the right way. If it doesn't go easy like that, come away and start again. You're doing something wrong. What you don't want to do is bend these pins, because sometimes when you try to bend them back, you snap them off, and that is it. You'll have to try and get a spare part. So we've done that. Now then, retrieve the assembled chassis, remove the extension wiring coming out of the left tank battery compartment, marked with the letter B, insert the extension cable plug into the control socket, marked with the letter B in the photo. So we're going to take our chassis, okay, we're going to move that out of the way so we don't damage it, and we've got this extension here. Okay, this is coming out of the battery box, so we're going to pull that out of there, like that. Okay, and then we're going to put the chassis back out of the way. And we're going to grab our control unit back, and we're going to put this into the connector with the letter B, again making sure the plug is the correct way round. Also make sure it goes fully home. Okay, so take the LED wiring 49E marked with the letter C. So one of these is going to have the letter C on it, and it's that one there. Okay, so that one's got a C. We can untangle it all. In fact, they've left it all tangled up by the look of it, so we'll do the same. So letter C is going to go, guess where? Letter C. Okay, so it's all going to look quite complicated in the end, but it's really quite simple. Take the LED lighting wiring 47C marked with the letter E, so that's going to be one of these. That's F. That's I, that's E. Okay, so we've got this one here, letter E. And insert this plug into the control unit socket marked with letter E. So there's E there. We'll make sure we get the right way round. So that one's going into there. Okay, retrieve the LED lighting wiring 45C. Now this is the ones we've used in the last couple of parts. And this one's got the letter F on it. So we'll untangle this one because it's tied up into a knot kind of thing. Come on. Right, so we'll untangle that one. There we go. There we are. Okay, so that's going to go like that. And this one's going to go where the letter F is. And the letter F is down there, so make sure it's the right way up. And we'll put that one into there, like so. Repeat the operation with the LED wiring 46C marked with the letter I. That's this one. So we'll unwind this one. Again, this one's knotted up, so we will untangle it. Must be somebody who has a great job sitting behind a desk making these little looms up and tying them into knots. I bet they go home feeling great after a day of doing this. Right. And mark it, put it into the letter I. So letter I is up there underneath the J. It's the second one down. So you get an idea now what we're doing. Take the LED lighting with the letter J. So that's this black and white one here. So again, we'll untangle that one. Just like so. And this one's going to go where the letter J is. Again, making sure it's the right way round. Alright. And then continue the lighting with 49B, letter K. So one of these has got a K on it. It's the blue and white one. So again, we'll untangle that. And then we will put this one into the letter K, which is there. I'm going to turn over the page and we're going to take the LED wire with the letter L, which must be this, no. Okay, oh, the L was on the speaker, wasn't it? What about this one here? This is D. I have missed D. Yes, I missed it out back here, look. Okay, I expect you were shouting at the screen. Okay, so D is going to go into D, obviously, there. Okay, now I'm looking at this now, and we've got a full house down the left. Got the bottom two and the top one, yes, so we're at the same situation as the magazine now. So I just missed out the letter D, didn't I? That was my stupid fault. Okay, so there we go. Now then, take the LED lighting wiring 48B marked with letter L and insert it. That's not LED lighting, that's a speaker. Marked with the letter L and insert into this plug in the control unit marked L. It's, yeah, they say LED lighting wiring, it's not, it's the speaker wiring. So this is going to go into the letter L, which is there. Okay, so that's gone in there like that. We've got a big spider's web, big bird's nest. Fit the control unit 49A inside the right tank 48A as shown. Make sure the 4 holes in the circuit board match the 4 holes and secure the assembly with 4 CP screws. So we've got CP screws here. Get those out. I'm going to put one up there for a spare. I'm going to pre-arm the screwdriver. And then we're going to take this circuit board and fit it in here. And it's going to go that way round. I'm going to have to be really careful not to trap any wires or anything in there. So you'll see the holes line up when you fit it in. Okay, so we get the holes to line up. It sort of sits on top of that ledge, not next to it, so it's trying to pull itself down. Just put the screws in loosely at first. We'll go diagonally as well. There we go. There's that one. And then finally, all in that corner there. Okay, so now they're all in, we can start going and tightening them down. Again, you don't need to be graunching them down, just go until they stop. You don't want to crack the circuit board, you don't want to rip the threads out of the plastic. Okay, so there's our circuit board fitted snugly in there. Take the LED light, well, we've done that bit. Position the right tank 48A on the right side of the chassis so the opening faces upwards. Where's that one come from? That's J. Which one is J? J is this one here. So we're going to put that back on there, just in case. Right. So we've got to make sure all this wiring comes this way. So they've got J going that way, like that. Okay, that wiring is going to stay inside the tank there. So that one's going forward and coming out of that slot there. And then all of this wiring here is all coming out the side. So it's all coming out this way. So we'll pull it all through nice and straight. Don't want any big tangles. Don't want it all knotted together. Try and make sure all the wires are individual, not all just in a knot. Okay, so that one can go over there. There we are. So there we go, that's all those in, like that. Okay. Position the right... Oh, they've got them all coming out the back here now. So there, they've got them coming out the side, and then here we've got them coming out the back. Position the right tank 48A on the right side of the chassis. Turn the assembly over, check that the mounting screws are correctly aligned, and secure the tank with 3 AP screws. So we have our AP screws here. So we will just pick one up there for a spare, and then we will preload the screwdriver. Just like that. We'll get our chassis over, and then we're going to fit this tank into here. So I'm guessing it's 1, 2, 3 screws. No, it's not. Okay, it's there. It's 1, 2, 3 screws. So I was right. It's 1, 2, 3 screws. I was looking at the other holes. They're obviously for screwing the lid on. So this is going to basically go in here. Make sure we don't trap any wires. And you can see those lugs have got to line up with those holes there. So we're going to pull this away and forward slightly so those lugs align. Alright, so there it is, 3 screws in, got it all held in position. Now when we look at the down here now, the wiring is all coming out of the back. So all of it, even that blue wire. So we will do as they have done there. But what I do want to do is make sure that as we come out, all of the wires are individual and not knotted in with each other, because that will just give us a right old mess. Just like so. Come on, come out of here. You see this has got like a barb on it, so it's getting caught up in everything. Go get that one out there, single on its own. This one here can come out, be singled out on its own. Looking for those labels. When the labels come off, you see there's a C there. These labels could have been better quality, guys. So that's going to go underneath that one, get untangled from there. Just like so, get that one untangled from there. And from there. Let go, you bloody swine. There we go, right. So that's our C wire, so that can go on there. Like that. In fact, what I'm going to do is give them all a good pinch so that they don't all come unstuck. Right, so we got our wiring pretty much organised now, so it's all in single lengths and not all knotted up. There we go. There we are. Right. So I'm assuming these wires are all going to come back and sit down in that slot there eventually. But we will have to wait and see. So there we go. That has been part 36, pack 49. In part 37, we'll have a look at pack 50, where we're going to build the remote control. I can't really see why we can't go on and fit this top cover now, but we can't, so there's that. See you all soon. Thank you for watching. Bye for now. Just a little tip for you guys before I go. Obviously I can't see into the future and see what we're going to be doing next, but what I've done here is I've put these wires in a Ziploc bag. Is it a Ziploc? No, it's not. It's a resealable bag, isn't it? I've just put them in this bag because otherwise you've got all those wires trailing around and they are going to get snagged on things and caught and stuff. So with that in a bag like that now, when we're building the rest of the model, they won't get tangled up around anything. You won't get screws going through them like that. It just makes sense to me. You could in fact fold that over and have it in there, look like that. It just makes it even better for storage, doesn't it? So that's my little tip.